Mean Gene was, and we're going to share stories with the Busted Open Nation. We have amazing guests who's going to join us as well. Ric Flair is going to join us at the bottom of the hour. Eric Bischoff is going to join us later in the show. But up until then, Bully, it's about the Busted Open Nation. Let's go out to Steve in Florida. Steve, what's going on, my friend?
Hey, guys. How you doing? Enjoying the show. Hey, Bully. Hey, Dave.
What's up, Steve?
Hey, thanks, Bully, too. We got to see you guys in Lansing and Port Huron, too, and thanks for taking time out for taking pictures with the kids and everything, too. But getting the Gene, we got a thing here at work where the doors open. We got a guy named Gene that comes in, and we do like a Ric Flair kind of thing. Woo! Gene, I got Gene. And every time, I mean, it's like everything has been a tradition. Yes, there it is. We do that every day. This guy comes into work. When we started, we've been doing it for like weeks, and he's actually the one that told me about Mean Gene's passing yesterday. And so for we just kind of do a thing here at the grocery store where I'm working at, and when he opens the door, it comes in. A few of us just kind of holler out, "Me, by God, Gene," and everybody starts laughing.
Yeah,
you guys might get a kick out of that.
No, we do, Steve. And you know what, Steve? And thanks so much for the phone call, because I love stories like that. Because that's what I do, Steve. And thanks for the call. That's something I would do. If there was somebody at Sirius XM that his name was Gene, I would do the same thing.
I could definitely see you doing that.
And I would do it at nauseum. I would do it every single morning until the person would quit.
And just, like, slam a door on your face.
Yeah, something like that.
What else we got? Who else is out?
No, but I love stories like that, Bully, because that tells you, like, how involved Mean Gene Okerlund was when you look back at those times in pro wrestling. Again, big time, major times in pro wrestling as well.
And how many times have you heard other wrestling fans or even wrestlers say, "Well, let me tell you something, brother"?
Okay.
Because Hulk would always say that to Gene.
And
you get my point?
Yes.
And even though Gene didn't say it, it was so synonymous with him.
Yes.
Like that was Hulk's line to him, just like Rick had his line to Gene also.
Yeah, I love it. And you know what? You're right. You're thinking of Mean Gene Okerlund, Hogan towering over Mean Gene Okerlund, and then him saying this. One more clip we got to play. And Alex is going to set it up. He's finding it now for us. Is when Hogan won the WWF Heavyweight Championship at the Garden against the Iron Sheik. Because again, that's like one of those moments that I remember from Gene Okerlund, and courtesy of WWE.com. Here it is.
Gene Okerlund here with the brand new World Wrestling Federation champion, Hulk Hogan. You proved it to thousands and thousands of fans, not only here tonight in Madison Square Garden, but throughout the wrestling world.
It was amazing. They proved it to themselves. All I asked was for the whole WWE to stand behind the Hulkster, and I told him I'd bring it home for the USA. You know something, Gene? It is the dream of a lifetime, Daddy. And you know something? I can't imagine this is like going to the mountaintop 1,000 times over. I feel the energy. Hulkamania is running worldwide, and it just turns me on, Gene. And I felt every one of those 25, 30 plus thousand people with me standing behind me all the way, and it felt great.
Well, you have arrived, Hulk Hogan.
I've never seen anything as beautiful as this, Gene. This belt is part of yours, too. It's everybody out there.
Here comes the champagne, Bully. Andre.
Andre the Giant, congratulating the new heavyweight champion.
I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you. And you're a good wrestler, I'm proud of you.
Hey, Ivan Putski's gonna be a Lennox favorite wrestler, Ivan Putski.
Hey, I'm proud of you, Jack. Very good, huh? Can you?
Super Monday at the Garden with the new heavyweight champion.
Here comes Rocky Johnson there, is coming over there. Wow, what a moment.
I'm proud of you. You did a good job.
Mean Gene Okerlund was actually taller than Ivan Putski. Yeah, he was a tiny guy. Mean Gene, the best part of that interview is because Hogan's spitting while he's talking. And Gene's got the big smile on his face, and then you just see his face change. He's like wiping the spit off of his jacket.
Covered in Hogan's spit. On a side. It's great stuff. Hey, Dave, how much of that promo was scripted?
0. Well, if they think about it, like when Andre came over, he doesn't call him Andre, he calls him Boss.
Yeah.
And that's what they called him, that's what they call him backstage.
How much, could you imagine them going up to those guys and say, here's what you need to say in the promo? I could just see Andre taking one of those writers and just grabbing him by the throat and just jamming him up against a locker and then eating him.
You see, and that's what's missing, is because you're missing that emotion. Those small little things that, if it's scripted, you're not going to get. And that's what made this time so special in the history of pro wrestling. Let's go out to Hansy in Toronto. Hansy, what's going on, my friend?
Yo, what's going on?
What's up, buddy?
Yo, first of all, R.I.P. Sorry. R.I.P. For this.
Rest in peace?
Sorry about that. No, R.I.P. to Mean Gene. That's one of my biggest influences, as a personality. I grew up with this guy as a little kid, and even in WCW, I felt like he had a lot of good moments in WCW, even when Vince Russo was making him more edgy. There's one promo where he threatens to break Sean O'Hare's kneecaps, which I always find, me and my friends always find that hilarious. But there's 2 funny moments that I always laugh at on the WWE Network is when he's on TNT and it's a Halloween episode, and he almost trips and falls. Vince McMahon helps him up kind of, and then he's wearing a leather outfit, and he goes to Vince McMahon, remind you of your honeymoon, Vince? Just call me Blanche, Vince. And just knows all that. It's one of the funniest things. And there's one other clip. And hopefully someone who's listening can direct me to it, because I can't remember what show it was. But he was doing commentary for one of these MSG shows. And you know how the commentary table is right near the ring? Throughout the match, these women that were wrestling, they kept falling on the table. And throughout the whole match, Mean Gene just about to lose his mind. And he goes, listen, I'm all about women dropping by, but under more favorable conditions. That one. And also, when he goes visit the Heart Foundation's headquarters. That one, the way he talks to all the women who don't know how to read or write, he's losing his mind in that one. But I just want to say that R.I.P. to Mean Gene. He's one of the greatest. But before I go, because I know you guys got other people to talk to and all that, I want to know, with this all elite wrestling thing, I'm looking forward to it, but are you guys kind of nervous that because maybe I'm reading the internet too much or whatever, but when I heard that Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes, they're executive producers and bookers for this, do you guys think there will be ego thing involved? Because whenever you hear a wrestler has booking power or something like that, you kind of reminisce about WCW when Nash and Hogan had creative control. Does that worry anybody? Because I know part of me kind of does, but I'm hopeful that it maybe this generation won't have ego where they won't actually they should make themselves look good and all that.
Hansy, and thanks so much for the phone call, and thanks for the Gene memories as well. We'll get into that, because I think that's actually a good conversation piece with the nation. But when we come back, Bully, we have one of those legends who I feel is the greatest wrestler of all time. Ric Flair is going to join us to give us some memories and moments about Gene Okerlund when Bully and I are back.